you've done everything right. You eat your vegetables, take your meds, go to your doctor, and try to keep up with the grandkids when you can. But here's the question no one wants to ask out loud. Why do so many people who seem perfectly healthy in their 70s never make it to 85? It's not just bad luck. It's not your genes. And it's not something to fear, it's something you can face. Because the truth is, there are 5 quiet habits so ordinary, so overlooked that slowly chip away at your strength, your mind, and your independence. In this video, we're going to talk about what they are, and how you can gently, wisely, and powerfully take back control starting today. If you're in your 60s or 70s, or caring for someone who is, you know the importance of health. You eat well, you try to stay active, you take your medications, you do your best. But what if the things that matter most aren't the big, obvious ones? Today, we'll talk about 5 small, everyday habits that, left unchecked, slowly chip away at our strength, clarity, and independence. These aren't quick fixes or medical miracles. They're simple truths, grounded in real lives, with real consequences, and more importantly, there's hope. Because these habits can be changed, and even the smallest step in a new direction can shift the course of the years ahead. Most people think longevity comes from good genes or good doctors. But what actually makes the biggest difference? Quiet, daily choices, the ones no one sees, the ones we stop thinking about after retirement. The truth is, most people don't die early from sudden events. They fade because of what they no longer do, or what they avoid, or what they forget to feel. But that also means we can reclaim it. A better future is built one mindful moment at a time. Mistake 1. Letting go of movement after retirement. Walter, a bus driver from Kansas, slowed down, not intentionally, it just happened. He didn't go to the gym anymore. Mornings became slower. The walks he used to take with his wife stopped when she passed. He thought, this is just what getting older feels like. But his doctor noticed something different, a quiet weakening, a slow loss of muscle, balance, energy. Walter hadn't had any falls, not yet, but he was on that path. Instead of joining a fitness class, Walter made a new rule: no sitting longer than 30 minutes. Every half hour, he'd stretch, stand, walk across the room. Just 3 minutes. 6 months later, he told his daughter, I feel like myself again. Truth, it's not the gym that saves you. It's the motion you build into the fabric of your day, watering the plants, sweeping the porch, walking to the mailbox. Science backs it up. Just 3 minutes of movement every half hour cuts early death risk by 30%. Mistake 2. Avoiding. Preventive health. Check-Evelyn, 72, always said she felt fine, a little more tired than usual. But isn't that normal? Her daughter insisted on a full checkup. Evelyn grumbled but went. The results? Her blood sugar was high, pre-diabetic. Catching it now meant she had options. She didn't need pills, just a few dietary changes and evening walks. Within a year, her numbers were back in the safe range. Truth, most of the most dangerous conditions in our later years don't hurt until they do. High blood pressure, diabetes, even cancer can stay silent for years. By the time pain arrives, the damage may already be deep. Routine checkups aren't just for when you feel sick. They're for staying strong. Mistake 3. Withdrawing from Connect. George lost his wife. The world got smaller. Phone calls stopped. He canceled the coffee group he used to attend. For a long time, it was just him and the television. Then one morning, his neighbor knocked and said, we're heading to the community center. Come with us. George almost said no, but something in him stirred. That morning turned into weekly coffee. Coffee turned into laughter. Laughter turned into friendship. And something else changed. He slept better. His appetite returned. Even his arthritis hurt less. Truth, isolation is as dangerous as heart disease. Loneliness doesn't just weigh on the heart, it weakens the body, it dulls the spirit, and it can quietly shorten life. But connection heals. Even a short phone call, a shared walk, a visit to the library can begin to pull us back to life. Mistake 4. Overlooking chronic inflammation. Nancy had always chalked up her sore joints and brain fog to getting older, but it kept getting worse. Her hands swelled, her knees ached. She felt tired all the time. Finally, her doctor tested her inflammation markers. They were high. Together, they tried something different. Nancy cut out processed foods, started drinking turmeric tea, added leafy greens and salmon to her meals, and every morning, She walked to the end of her street and back. 3 months later, she felt like someone had turned the lights back on. Truth, chronic inflammation isn't just pain, it's the silent fire behind heart disease, memory loss, and premature aging. The good news: you have more control than you think. What you eat, how you move, even how you breathe, all help put out the fire. Mistake 5. Living without purpose. After Robert lost his wife, the house went quiet. He spent most days in his recliner, flipping through the same channels. He told his daughter, "I don't know what I'm supposed to do anymore." Then, one afternoon, his grandson asked, "Can you show me how to build something out of wood?" Robert had been a carpenter. That moment lit something in him. He showed his grandson how to sand, how to saw, how to build. Soon, a neighbor boy joined. Then, the church asked if he'd lead a small class. Robert had a reason to get dressed again, a reason to plan, to smile. Truth, purpose doesn't have to be big. It just has to be real. And when we lose it, we begin to shrink, not just emotionally, but physically. Purpose is the light that keeps the engine running. Walter moved, Evelyn checked in, George said yes. Nancy shifted what she ate, Robert picked up his tools again. None of them made dramatic changes. They took one small step, and then another. That's how life is rebuilt. Not by leaps, but by quiet choices, made daily. Getting to 85 isn't about beating the odds. It's about not quietly surrendering to the things that erode us, day by day. You still hold the pen. The next chapter is unwritten, and how it goes is, in many ways, still up to you. If something in this video touched you, take a moment and share in the comments below. What small step will you take this week? A walk, a phone call, a meal with more color and care. We'd also love to know, what topic would you like us to explore next? Whether it's staying mentally sharp, sleeping better, dealing with grief, or managing chronic pain, your voice helps shape the stories we tell. If you found this video helpful, please like, subscribe, and consider sharing it with someone you love. It's never too late to make a better ending, and we'll be right here, walking that journey with you.